Situated here.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, you guys. Hey, there's Dara. She's always here. She's always on time. You know, Dara, if you didn't show up, I'd worry. But she's okay. Oh, my goodness. So how's everybody doing?
Deb's here.
Let's see, who's on? Oh, Debbie McLean.
Yes, she beat Beans.
She beat Beansy. You know what Beansy sent me? We like to send each other those, you know, the microphone thing, you know, it's on Messenger, and we just talk to each other.
Oh, yeah, the
but
recording.
then, you know, we can respond at our leisure. And she sent me one the other day, and I haven't gotten back to her yet, so I feel bad. But I'll take care of that tonight. Okay, so how far do I have to go? Where's my...
You're
should
like in
be
here. Yep.
Put in here?
Yep.
Here.
In there.
Anyway, here. Let's see who else coming. Dara's there. Dara's. Hello.
Do you want to put some stuff on?
Okay, yeah. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go focus on things that maybe you haven't thought about for a while, because there are so many things at Bissell Boutiques.
Sometimes they even get lost to us in the drawers.
Yeah, I'll go in there and look. Oh, do we still have that? You know, so I mean, imagine, you know, for you guys, you know, you're not there like as much as us. So, hey, Melissa. So, I thought, you know, I just went through drawers this morning and pulled stuff out that I thought was interesting.
So this is going to be kind of like a little show and tell.
Yeah, show and tell. Now, this one, I don't really need to show too. I'll take my. Where's my dish? Yeah, she's gonna make my dish. Come on that. Okay. So I don't have to show and tell a lot on this because this one's kind of a staple at our place. Dara loves it. I think she's got like 2 barrels full of it. Bead candy, and these are just funny little engraved. They call them engraved. I don't know why. Embossed acrylic beads that have silver or gold on them to accent them, and they are just wonderful. And you might remember that I did the video on the perfume bottle bracelet. This is what I use. So you could make that bracelet with these parts, and it's not expensive because these are not expensive. These are like so not expensive.
And there's so many different shapes and sizes.
There are. This is so cute. I never noticed this one. It's a heart.
Sometimes each mix will be different.
That says love, and there's holes here and holes at the top. So it's like maybe you can make if you got enough of them, you can make like a stretchy bracelet out or something. I don't know, you know, but these are cool. They say love. They remind me of the old vintage ones. And oh my goodness, there's leaves.
I love the round
here.
disc style
This
ones.
kind, yeah, because that's kind of tells you what to do with it right now. Just make a drop. Just
like those are kind of Moroccan-y.
Yes, they are.
I like the color too.
Yeah. Some of these beads, we have them in like other colors and other forms at the website. So anyway, there's Lisa. She was here. She didn't say anything, so I beat you. Yeah. So anyway, there are these. Now, if you're going to really get into it and make like serious projects out of these things, this is my suggestion. Of course, you don't need to follow it. But if you want to get into these and make like the perfume bottle charms, and you want to make lots of stretch bracelets, or maybe a whole set, or whatever, or you're hunting for certain beads.
Yep, it's the bead candy.
It's bead candy, yes. Not candy, it's bead candy.
No, please don't eat it.
But anywho, you're probably going to want to buy like 4 or 5 bags. Just being honest.
Because, yeah, I mean, you get a good little bit, but you get less than our usual bead mixes. You get about...
A little bit less.
Like a little... A good...
Hey, there's
2 ounce.
Annalise is here from Norway.
Hi.
Yay. Yeah, there's enough here to work with, definitely. I mean, you can make earrings and stuff out of this, no problem. Yeah. But if you had 4 or 5 bags of them, you could cook with gas. And you'd have them for a while. Yeah. So that's just a suggestion on these. So I'm going to put these back in here because y'all know about these, and most of you do.
I can do that if you want to show something
else. Okay, I'll show something else, and then the next one I'll show another bead thing.
Okay. So you get a generous 2 ounces of this.
Yeah. Now, as far as other bead mixes go, if you looked at the newsletter that came out this morning, I don't get a 30-minute heads up. We are live. Oh, did you click the bell? Annalise, if you click the bell next to subscribe, they're supposed to tell you. Or maybe they just tell you when we go live. I don't know. Huh. Well, if you get the newsletter, I always tell you in there when I'm going to be on.
We've only been on for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So you haven't really missed.
No, you haven't missed anything. And then I put on the group too, and I know you're a member of the creative group, so you can see it there. So, named Annalise. Isn't that pretty? So this is a mix that I made a couple months ago for fall that I'm nuts about. You get over 4 ounces in this one.
Yeah, that's typical for most of our bead
There
mixes.
are lots of leaves. There are rosebud beads, green, sparklies. Look at these.
My favorite.
These are glass.
Those are my favorite. The crackle.
Yeah, crackle glass.
That combo.
We used to do that. Did you ever used to any of you guys who are older like me, did you ever fry marbles?
What?
We used to fry marbles.
To get that crackle?
I can't remember exactly what we did. We got something hot. Maybe it was a pan, and put on the stove, and they would do that.
Huh.
But they were marbles. They weren't, beads. So, but yeah, we did that. We have these peridot melons, which I love.
The crackle beads, are those ones glass or are
Yes,
those acrylic?
They're glass. There's some glass in here. I've been trying to fit some glass in most of my mixes a little bit. It's kind of hard to make an all glass mix because then
it gets too pricey.
It gets too pricey, but anyway.
and the heaviness of it, you don't get as much.
But this one, if you looked at the newsletter this morning, you'll see all the beautiful stuff that Danielle made out of them. And she didn't use just this. She had this one.
Oh, Melissa says she's done so much with that autumn mix.
Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? It's so pretty. And then this one too. So Danielle had like all 3 of them, and she was just mixing them all up, and that was a good move because if you do that, if you buy all 3 of them, and we do have stock of them, then you're gonna have like everything you need.
And beans, this one will be your favorite because this is the one that has the squirrels.
Yeah, see, it has silver squirrels in it. How about that? So I just had a bunch of them. So I just said, well, I'll put them in a bead mix because I was able to buy them by the bag. So now this is going to fight me because they're like little pesky beads. But that's good too, you need some pesky beads. Let me see if I can get them in.
That's not going to...
Well, it might work better than you think.
Okay.
Most of it.
She's making me nervous.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I do best.
We're going to have a 52 pickup.
Yeah, this one's my favorite, I think, this one. And it's number BD09425. It's in the bead mixes section, and we have pretty good stock of it. Then we have this one. I'm going to have to take the staple out. This is the one with the squirrels in it. This one's BD09423, and I'm going to dump it out and show you what else is in here. This is a fun mix. Once again, it's kind of an autumn mix. And there's the squirrel. Mr. Squirrel's in there.
Laurel, hi.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey, Laurel. How you doing? Yeah, so there's another one. A couple of them. I think everyone has like 2, 3 in it. I can see 3 here. What's cool about these squirrels is they're 2-sided.
Yeah, they're double-sided.
I think we have them on Etsy, too, don't we? Just by themselves?
We might.
I just got some more in, so I guess I better find out where they are and put them on. But anyway, they're cool because they're both sides.
So you can do left and right matching earrings.
Right, yeah. So, I really need 2 bowls, right?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah, okay, I'll put those away and I'll do my best to...
I don't know if we...
Because I want to keep things moving. I got a lot of stuff to show.
Well, I mean, it won't be as great, but...
I just have to try.
Do you want to maybe pour it in your glass cup?
No, that wouldn't give us here. I'm just pouring it out.
Okay.
Whoops, he ran away. Okay, so this one.
Oh wait, here we go.
What you got? Oh yeah, that might work. Okay.
I mean, it's got the dividers, but
yeah, bring that on over here. I know.
There.
slip some down there. This is probably just a terrible mistake. But you know, the more I pick through this, picking it up, you know, there are some cool beads in here. I kid you not. And some of these beads that are in this mix, we also have separately. So you can buy just like this one.
Yeah, like these, for
this
instance.
This one we have.
From the other
Yeah,
mix.
we have this one, and we have
beads.
this one. And what these are is they've made a mold, I guess, out of the Czech glass beads. And just did them in acrylic. And they did a fine job. I have quite a few colors of that round one.
Yeah, we have them in like blue
I have a
and like
periwinkle blue and a dark
like
blue.
A purple or...
I mean, just all kinds of colors I have of it. Every color they had, I think I bought. But anyway, I mean, this is a good mix too. Now, let's see it again. And you know, you can put a little bit of perfect pearls on these like leaves and stuff, just to accent, like gold perfect pearls or whatever you want. And they are beautiful. Sarah Jones does that a lot with her work. You'll notice that when she posts it on the group. She uses these acrylic beads, and then she puts perfect pearls on. And I just found out where I could buy a bag of these things, all mixed up, all colors, which would be a nice bead mix on its own. So I have them on order, and hopefully they'll show up before too long. So the number on this is BD 09424, okay? And I should mention these little acrylic mixes. I think they're like $9.95 or something.
They all go really well together.
Yeah, they
mix
do.
And match.
These, I mean, I don't normally, you know, set out to do this, but this kind of worked out that way. So, I mean, if you were to get all three mixes, you'd be set up. Of course, you know, it's more autumn tone jewelry, but, you know, it is actually still autumn until December 21st. And this one looks kind of, you know, holiday-ish for the ones who celebrate holidays. And you can make jewelry on that. So.
Oh, yeah, there is. They're in both this mix, Deb, and in this one, there's these little acrylic, and they are drilled. But yeah, they look like little gold branches.
Yeah, coral branches.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, I love these. And, you know, I put them in the newsletter, too. Claire Nemeth did a bunch of earrings for the Regency thing. And she used the cameo bead. I don't know if you guys ever paid attention to it. I should have brought them out here. We have them, like, in 4 colors. And they're on both sides. The design is on both sides, just like this. And she made really nice earrings out of them. And not a lot of work there, you know. So if you do shows, you could probably get, you know, $10, $8, $12, depending on what you put with it, a pair, and you can probably whip out a whole mess of them in an hour. I mean, just nothing to it. So, or if you like need a bunch of little gifts and stuff like that, well, you won't have much money in these, and people will be delighted. I would be delighted. Maybe I should make myself something, huh? Alrighty, so that's those beads that I wanted to show you. Now, there are these beads too, and they're at the website, and I don't understand quite. Can I have that white plate? I don't quite understand why these are not moving, because they're amazing. Maybe I just need to take them out of the bag and see them.
These are dyed howlite.
You know, and I put them cheap on purpose, and you can get your discount on top of it, so like you can come rob me blind. For now, until I change my mind, right? I probably won't. But I won't have them for this cheap again, because I think $13.95. And you get all this. And these are stone. These are not acrylic. No. These are not glass. These are semi-precious stone. They are the composition or the simulated type, you know, thing. But like, for example...
it's howlite.
Yeah. A couple months ago, see if I can get this down with that.
And even these gears... they're drilled.
Yeah.
Everything's drilled.
It's all drilled,
the
so,
leaves,
yeah.
The gears, everything's drilled. So it makes it real easy. I mean, but you could wire wrap, too, if you wanted.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's...
I think that's a wood bead.
No, it's cold. It's stone. I
is
just don't know what kind of stone it is, yeah. I know these cool leaves here. I mean, I don't know how many pieces. There's a little bit of this mosaic turquoise are just really cool. We had a video.
The wire wrapping.
Yeah. But see, now, with those other bead mixes, and then if you had one of these, I mean, you could just get yourself a whole bead wardrobe and knock yourself out with fun for many afternoons to come, you know, if you did this. I should probably just take some and make it like a kit thing.
Cynthia, this stuff is all from our site. It's all stuff that's gotten hidden or forgotten, and so we're doing kind of like a show and tell today.
Yeah, they're all from the site because since we've had so much of that, you know, stuff from 1928 that Mel sent me, people are like going over there and gobbling it up because some of it's like rare. And, you know, I wasn't sure how it would go because it's all, you know, samples glued to boards. But even the boards that aren't complete, I mean, they're screaming deals what's on them if you want to pick it off and use them. I mean, great deal. Or if you just want to keep it and put it on the wall, they're a little piece of jewelry making history. Most of them are from Germany. He used to buy a lot of plastic and glass stuff from Germany. And those companies that are stamped on the back, some of them has it stamped on the back, they're not in business anymore. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. But anyway, I was going to show you this necklace that we made a few weeks ago. Maybe you remember it. Some people have commented and said, oh, I want to make that, you know. This one, I didn't do anything with it yet because I need to put an extender on. It's a little bit choky. I should have made it another section long. I think extender will take care of it. But anyway, if you want to make this, between these mixes, you're going to have everything you need. Because look at what's in here, the stone mix. Look at that.
Those are heavy, too.
Yeah.
Like, they got some weight to them.
These are, they call them green turquoise. They're not, you know that. They're, well, what they are is they have ground up turquoise in there and then they've dyed it. So it's like they don't waste anything. So from when they're cutting stone, all this like, you know, stuff that's left over and they want to do something with it. So they grind it all up so it's even. Maybe make some kind of a paste out of it or something. I don't know. I've never seen them do it. And they dye it, and then they put it in molds and drill it. And, I mean, it's probably a whole lot of work for as cheap as it is, you know. But there are plenty of these.
And now, the other leaves, just so you can see, guys. Okay, so these are drilled vertically. Mm-hmm. These ones are drilled across from the top through the little stem.
Right. And these are stone.
Just so you can see.
But these, of course, now, we have more of these singly. We have these leaves by themselves if you just want to get these leaves. You don't want other stuff.
I think we sell these ones too, don't we?
Yeah, we did have some. I don't know if they sold out yet, but we did have some next time.
Like in a mixed color mix.
We have this. This is also, you know, those
the hibiscus.
kind of boho check hibiscus beads.
And those
that
are glass.
I love in glass, but I haven't been able to get any for a little while. Well, these are acrylic. And they have a bunch of colors in them. And I'll tell you what, I don't mind them. Especially if you want to keep a piece lightweight. Mm-hmm. And you don't want...
They have the look of glass.
And you don't want to get a ton of money into it because maybe your clientele, if you're selling, maybe they can only afford to give you like $20-$30 for something like this. Well, given how inexpensive these are, because they're not glass... not even the stone ones are expensive. You can get a whole strand of these too if you want. We have them. I think they're right on the featured products and homepage.
And we did have those.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still in stock
we still
or
have
not.
quite a few, but I have to reorder some of the semi-precious.
You'll find a couple of pieces of those too in the mix.
Yeah.
Which is that pyrite or bronzite?
No, it's bronzite and lapis. But these, again, are assembled beads. You know, we talked about the assembled beads. It means it's like, it's itsy parts and stuff left of beads that they combine in molds with resin and make something out of it. And they're quite lovely, and they're not as heavy, and they still are called stone. So, anyway, but you can feel the resiny texture on the back of it. But, yeah, you know, you could probably, if you got all three of those and one of these, you might be able to make a couple of these necklaces. So that's just a thought, you know, and you won't have a ton of money in it either, which is always nice. So if you wouldn't mind putting that away. Yeah, I kept this on my desk because I kept saying, oh, I'm going to grab that and lengthen it so I could wear it, and I never did it. As usual. Oops. So I just got...
Oh, it's freezing? I'm sorry, guys.
What's freezing?
The video, I guess. I'm not sure why.
No, me neither.
They said it's back, though.
That would probably be the internet, yay.
Yeah.
It's not the signal in here, I can tell you that. Anyway, if you want to put these away, I'm sorry, we don't usually have those problems very much anymore.
No.
She says it's in and out.
Huh.
Well, I don't...
Because it's showing we have Wi-Fi, that it's...
Yeah,
we're good.
We got real strong Wi-Fi, so I don't really know. Maybe it's a YouTube issue. There's nothing I can really do about it. So if it gets too bad, I guess we'll have to wind it up. So hopefully it doesn't. Okay. So these are some real pretty check glass Baroque pearls that are just lovely.
I love the color.
Yeah,
they're like a deep
such a
cream.
rich, like champagne cream type color. So anyway, yeah, it's not freezing over here. I'm not seeing freezing over here, so I don't know. Might be YouTube. The only thing I could think of is stop and start over, and that's no good. So we're just going to have to burn through it. So anyway, we have this. If it goes on too long, we just won't be able to continue, which is sad because I don't know what to do to stop it. It's not on our end. So anyway, but these are BD0645. Beautiful if you want to make like an elegant bracelet or whatever. You know, this would be good. It would be good for drop earrings. They're Baroque, which I love. Kind of have that Haskell-ish type look to them. So, anyway, I don't see any freezing over here, so your guess is my guess, and I don't know.
She says it's better now.
I hope so, because I hate that stuff. Especially, you go to a lot of effort, and you bring things out, and you have a good time with your friends, and all of a sudden, it lets you down. But I think that's probably YouTube. Because YouTube does that once in a while, especially when we're processing a video. I don't know if you guys have seen these. BD0223, they are Japanese tombow beads. And they are rare as hen's teeth. I used to have a resource for them that I could get quite a few, but evidently they're running out of them. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it happened again. Well, maybe we could just go forward and not talk about it. If it gets too bad, you can let us know, and we'll just have to stop. That's all. Hopefully it doesn't. But anyway, these are they remind me of that, I don't know if they even make it anymore, Italian nugget, or whatever. But they're kind of compressed teardrops. Could be, if we go on with this, if it's stop and starting now till it processes later, it may not do it. It's, just one of them things. You guys can all hear me, right? I hope so. Anyway, so these are really, really cool beads, and they're Millefiori. They're Japanese lamp. Wonderful. We do not have tons of them left. You might want to get a bag and just stash them. I love tombow beads. I love the Japanese Millefiori beads. And I used to have gobs of them, but not no more, like they say. So, we're going to do it. All right. So I was going to talk to you a little bit, too, about this cuff. I got these in stock. What's face purple crying, face purple crying?
I don't know.
I'm getting distracted here. Okay, so this is a channel cuff, and it's got this ridge around the top and on the end. So that means that you can inlay it with epoxy sculpt. This is what I use for a lot of my mosaic stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Works great. Not terribly expensive, but right now, of course, everything's 15% off with the 15 for all code. So you get 15% off with no minimum. So you can buy like one cuff and get 15% off if you want. Or if you want to stretch up to 100, you can get 25% off. Okay, which is even better. And you get free U.S. shipping with that as well. So it's a really good deal that we're having for the Black Friday weekend. It'll be good through Monday. And then after that, it's going to go back to what it was because poor Brenda Sue can't afford to do that too much anymore. Anyways, okay. So there's this one. So you might want to get one. We have a good stock of these too.
Yeah,
get some. Get them when they're on sale. By all means.
Me too, Debbie.
So I'll put this over here. Then I know I've done a couple of videos on this, but I just felt like I need to show you. This makes the most awesome gift locket. I need some pretty chain. It's brass. It's raw brass, so if you want to colorize it, you can. Pretty nice inside. You might just shine it up a little bit. The hinge is secure, but it's got this recess in here. So you can do a little bit of an assemblage in there, and it works great. It really works great. So there's a video on this. If you want to scroll back a little bit, it's a produced video. It's not a live one that you can see me doing this. Every last one of these I've ever made, and I've made quite a few, have sold quickly. And this locket, I think, is only $2 right now. So how good does that get, right? You might have stray chain and stray beads, and you can little bits and parts, and that's all you need is a locket, you know? And we have lots of them. This is just one of the bags that we have. Hey, Lauren, I'm getting that weird skin thing again. Can you do the just the exposure on that?
Is that better?
I think so. I'm going to start wearing long sleeves and skin makeup or something. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that, too. Then, did I show these? I don't think I did, no. Rare 04299. This is all we have of these, and they are wonderful. If we shut down and come back, it's going to make a lot of confusion. So if you guys think it's too bad to watch it, then we'll just quit. No, I don't think it's going to help to go out and come back, like restarting your computer, because we started out okay. This is a YouTube issue. So if you guys think, can't watch it, because we're not seeing that on this end. So the only way I'll know is when we're done and then I process the video, okay? Then we'll see. But this is not like the videos I've used to do that were rendered. For that, we would not have an issue because you would not be waiting on us. She'd be fixing that later. But we can't do that. We don't know how yet. So we'll have to go. So these are really cool. They're all like repoussé, which means pushed out. Pretty flowers. They're really good. These are really nice. And we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. And then that's it. They do not make them anymore. So that's kind of cool. Let me see what else I can show you real quick. I have a bunch of Bead 1928 that we still have a good bit of, actually. And I thought I would just bring that to your attention. We still, a lot of the stuff is gone, of course, but we still have a good bit of some styles, and you might not be aware of that. Especially in the old silver, and that's a neat thing because with the old silver, you can colorize it really easily. Okay? So, you can add color to this, like, really well. The gold not so much because it's shiny gold, but anyway, we have the spoon, which is very, very ornate, beautiful piece. If you've never had a piece of this yet, you can put a little bit of tissue decoupage in there and hang. It's cool, really cool piece. So we have a lot of those yet, and then we have a good many of these which make very nice earrings. Let me pull these down a little bit. Yeah, there they are. That one's kind of messed up a little bit. There we go, fix it. Okay, so these make nice earrings, or you can make a centerpiece on a necklace by turning it this way. And you just have to punch out the hole a little bit more so you can fit a jump. So I've done it. So it works really well that way. We also have this piece which makes bracelets. Really cool bracelets, especially if you want to do bracelets with it. It could work. I'm afraid if I pull out, Lisa, I'm going to come back later and it's going to be just fine. So I'm just going to burn forward a little bit, and if you can't stand it, I understand. And then if when it's this processed a little bit later, it's not an issue, then I'll leave it alone. If it is, we might take it back, take it off, because I can't fix it. Going out, coming back in, I think will be a problem. So, you know what? I'll go a little farther. We'll stop, and then we'll do a part 2 and see what happens. How's that? Can we do that, Lauren?
Probably, but it would be 2 separate videos.
That would be 2 separate videos.
Because it's live.
So
it's
it would be hard to, put together. So anyway, this is really good for a bracelet.
It's like a postage stamp.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I had a lot more to show you, but sadly, I think I'm going to quit because there's too many complaints about it not working right, which I'm sad, and I wish I could fix it. It's not on our end. I don't know why. I haven't had this problem in like forever, but stuff happens. So I don't know. Maybe we can try again another day to do it. But better it worked out the kinks. So it's better now? Should I go on? You're not seeing that? Or is it happening again? Geez, I hate to make a video like this because it stays like this for all time. People are going to get bored and not watch it. But anyway, well, you got to see all about the beads. And the beads were a big thing, If you get those beads, you're going to be able to have a lot of fun and do a lot with them. So you might...
And did you want to show them the 2 bracelets real quick that we have that are good for the beads?
You mean these?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys might not have played with these for a while, these expandable bracelets. We have quite a few. They used to be hot. But
Bring them down just a little bit.
Not as much. So what you do is you just put them on and they expand.
They're adjustable.
Yeah, they expand. And then where you put your charms and stuff is like right in here. We used to make lots of stuff with this. Maki used to make a lot of stuff with this. She made pretty stuff, and it goes together quick. And if you want to make a squirrel and acorns bracelet, that would be quick too, Lisa.
Yeah.
Speaking of acorns, since maybe it seems to be a little bit better, I'm gonna try one more thing here. Hopefully, when this processes it, this issue will not be here. You come back and watch it later. Guys may have seen these, you may not have. They're wood, and they have screw tops. Oops. And they're empty inside, so you can put stuff in them. They're so cute. They even have a little point on them for egg. I just thought they were so cute. So, I don't know. I have maybe 15 or 20 of them in stock. You could just sling this on a chain with a couple of charms, and there you go.
Yeah, they're saying it's good now.
Is it good? Okay, well then I'll go ahead. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I could have fixed it, but this kind of proves it's YouTube. So there's a little hanging hole up in here. You can put your jump. It's pretty good size. Good. All right, we'll just go on and hope maybe when it processes, if you want to see and not be annoyed by it, come back later and look at the video, and it might be okay. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, it will be, hopefully. So that we have these. I think they're like $7.95, $7.50 while they last. I don't know if I can get more, but they are so cute. And they're wood. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Yeah, those lockets with the bumped out flowers are awesome. People used to get them and they paint them. Mm-hmm. And they were, just to show that again. But this is all that I have. They came from 1928 Backroom. And he told me he doesn't have any more, so this is it. And they are pretty special. I think it was Eli Locket made. There used to be a few companies in the United States that made lockets. They don't anymore. I don't even know if they're in business. But they had a wonderful catalog. And great things. Yeah, Repoussé lockets. Absolutely Repoussé. Why they call that? Why they call it that, you know? Excuse me. Now, in this case, it's because the way they made it, of course, they use dyes to achieve this. So I don't know in the old days when they did Repoussé if that was the case. I think some artisan who was very skilled sat there and hammered it all out. So can you imagine that? But it's like concave on the back and convex on the top, like bumped out. So it's like in relief, relief. It's sticking up and it's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, there's a good bit of old silver left. Not so much the gold. The black's picked over pretty bad. There's, I think there's still two pages left. I'm just going to leave it up till it gets sold down too far, and then I'm going to take it off and put it away for another day, because I'm not putting it on sale anymore, because I know the way that the prices got raised and the situation there, how they wanted me to buy so much more than I could afford, I'm not going to be able to reorder them, and I'm not going to have them again. So they're so wonderful. You guys, I have no problem at all with this line. I love it. But, who's going to pay $20 for a mount? Not too many people. So, And the sad thing is most of the money was going to them, and then to the plater, and then all the shipping back and forth across the country to get it done. And I was ending up with maybe 10%. And I still had to pay my help to put it up, take pictures and all that. So basically, I was not making anything. And in the past, I might have said, if things were better, I might have said, well, I don't care if I'm not making anything. I want to have it. Okay, fine. But that's not good business. That's not the way to do things. So I would just say, get it while I got it. Or maybe someday somebody will be destashing it. But I'll tell you right now, you don't want to destash this stuff, because there will be no more. At least that's the way I understand, unless he changes his mind or something someday, and I'm not looking for that. These are cute. They're like little buttons made independence, and you can paint them. I love these, but they never did really. Let me put them in my hand. They never did really well, and I'm not quite sure why they didn't. Let's see. There we go. I'm not quite sure, because they're so lovely, and they're made from a mold that they made from an old check button. So can you, well, maybe he'll pick it up.
Yeah,
So I meant to take that off the hook and put it somewhere. He got it.
Yep.
Okay, so these, we have a lot of these left yet. So these make good earrings or a charm on a bracelet. Put a little color on it, and there you go. It'd be great. I have a lot of these. I don't have that many in this bag, but I have a lot of these. It's a rare 03677, okay? And they are old. And they're brass. And I happened to find out a few months ago that they're made in Hong Kong, which is okay, because I've had these now for 6-7 years, and they've been great. So, hey, you can't argue with success. When I bought them, I found them in a back room over at 1928, so I assumed, they were probably old U.S. Because they have that look, they could be, but they're not. Now, does that mean that there's lead and all that gag stuff in there? I don't think so. There's not generally a lot of lead in anything brass. There is a minuscule amount that's allowable in the United States, because evidently when they alloy brass, because brass is an alloy, it's 85% copper and 15% zinc. It creates, I don't know how, but some tiny little bit of lead. I don't know why. I'd have to explore that out. I can't tell you. But it's allowable. It's so minuscule. You just discount it. It doesn't have it. But I'll tell you that. If it's upsetting to you, it's not anything that's going to... You know what? I am more worried about what's in the plating than I am the metal these days. The only time that I get concerned is like in vintage jewelry, the old pot metal jewelry. That stuff is full of lead. If you collect it and you like it, fine. If you wear, it on a coat or something, you should be okay with it, because it's not going to touch your skin. Oh, good, dear. Well, then I will. Because I got stuff I want to show you. That's not as bad. No, this one needs to be cleaned up. something on this. See? It's tarnished a little bit. But that's brass. It's raw brass, you know. It colorizes so nice. I'll put that aside. But yeah, I'm more concerned about what's in the plating. Because that's what touches your skin. And the plating is the most likely place that you're going to find the garbage. Like nickel, which is allowable. It's just an allergen, that's all. You know, they don't want it in the European Union, of course, because they're very strict there, but it's an allergen. So the majority of people, it's not going to affect, but for that 20, 30%, whatever, that do, you know, I do try to do nickel-free as much as possible. The only thing that I know is not nickel-free on our site is our gold finish. And the nickel is several layers deep underneath the gold finish, so it's completely sealed out. But my plater claims that you cannot make a sturdy, good gold finish without nickel.
So the satin gold brass?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's sealed out. It's not going to touch your skin. Not one person has ever told me that they had an allergic reaction to. If they do, I hope I will hear from them because I want to know. But so far, so good on that. You know, most of the Chinese stuff, if you're working with a reliable factory, you don't have to worry too much because, you know, they want to save face. They don't want to hear about, oh, made somebody sick or whatever, you know. At first, you know, there was a lot of that malarkey going on, like they put plaster and baby formula or something. It was horrible. But, when that got found out, boy, that was a bad thing. You know, they lost a lot of business of this. Now, in China, they have all kinds of certificates with the reliable vendors, and you can call them on WhatsApp if you want to talk to them. You can, you know, email them, whatever, and ask them about stuff, and they'll tell you straight, because there's no point in not telling you straight. You'll find out. So I like this. This looks kind of like a locket, but it's not. It's hollow inside, but it's not cast hollow. Casting something like this hollow is the work of a master in that trade. That's how it was explained to me in 1928. Because they do have hollow things that they've done, and it's amazing. This is two pieces that they have soldered together, and you can see that like right along here. But it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I've seen a lot of people use this and they like it. I like the dimension of it. You could colorize it too. You could put a little cameo in here or something. Let me pull this down so you can see it. So this is a good piece. And it's nice too if you want a simple necklace like on a long chain or something. You put that on there and that works. So this is Charm 07863. Charm 07863.
Yeah, again, all of this is from our site.
Yeah, none of this is Etsy. This is all from our site. Since we've had that vintage stuff, which is quite wonderful, we are selling a lot of stuff at Etsy. Just about as soon as that stuff goes up, it's gone. So you kind of have to keep an eye on it. But don't miss all this great stuff. We have some vintage stuff on the website, too. Not as much as we once did, because it just seems like it does better at Etsy for us, and I don't want it hanging around. You know, if I know it's going to sell better at another place, and I'm putting it there, because I have bills to pay. That's the long and short of it. But yeah, that's the story on that. So I just wanted you to see, you know, what's at the site, because we have that 25% off, 100 up. We have free U.S. shipping at 50. You can get 15% off anything on the site at all right now, except for my book. You can even get it off the classes that I still have on video if you want to buy one. Like I was talking earlier about the Haskell class, because I'm going to do like a small series of Haskell things for Bell Armor for the March issue, and I hope it comes out good and that they end up using it. They probably will. But anyway, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Maybe somebody can remind me. It's that time of day. I need coffee. I need coffee bad. Yeah, perfume cotton. Yeah, if you can fit that in, you probably take a little bit.
What is perfume cotton?
Well, back in the day, they made perfume lockets. You guys know about this. And they would take a little tiny bit of cotton. Nowadays, you can buy a disc. Yeah, you can buy a disc, and they have perfume jewelry, scent jewelry. But back then, it was a little piece of cotton, and you would soak it with your favorite whatever,
It couldn't have lasted too long, though.
Well, I don't know. I find them, and whenever, usually if you find an old perfume locker, you open it up, it's stinky. And that's because the perfume has broken down. So it must have been strong stuff at the time. But yeah, you could do that if you wanted.
We have that other one, too, that gold one, the round one.
Oh, yeah. The thing on this is Charm 09615. You've probably seen these before. They used to call them chime balls. I don't get the chimes to go in them, so for me, they're just a really cool locket. But yeah, they're really pretty. They're gold finish. And, there's a nice little lock there on it, and you just pull it apart. Sometimes they want to fight you a little bit. Yeah,
and it has a little heart motif on it, which is adorable.
I can't say because I can't remember if I bought this for 18 karat gold plating or not. In Chinese stuff, they have 18 karat gold plating. I don't know how they're able to make it at such a reasonable price. And it's nice. Even better is if you can get Korean stuff that's gold. That is the most glorious gold plating. Mel used to go on about it all the time. That is the best gold plating ever. He told me, you're never going to get gold plating like that in the United States. It's just so wonderful. And I don't know how it could be inexpensive, but I know my plater, if I want to go with a straight gold plate, several microns thick, I'm going to end up paying like $150 a pound or some stupid thing, which is, no, I'm not doing it. But anyway, I don't think these are, they kind of have the color, but not quite. But yeah, we do have some stuff that's the 18K from over there. I used to be, you guys know this if you've been with me a long time, I used to be like dead set against don't ever buy anything Chinese, no. I do not feel that way anymore, and this is why. Ours is a world market today. Very little is made in the United States anymore. What you do find might be in a warehouse or something, and then you don't know what's in it because we have strong laws now, but we didn't always. And there used to be lead and stuff. There used to be cadmium and stuff, all kinds of things, not good, and you don't know. Like I said, like the old pot metal, the old silver tone chain always concerns me. Usually I can tell by the smell of it. Especially old pot metal. If you take a whiff of that, you'll never forget it. It's so acrid. But anyway, yeah, usually you're okay, but you gotta watch. But yeah, the stuff coming out of Asia, it's a world market now, and they've got it cornered. So if you want these things, it's like, okay, you gotta go ahead and do it. And I have had very little, very, very little, come in here that I didn't like and sent back. So these lockets are made in the United States, okay? They were made originally by the Lorak company, which was bought out some years ago. I used to buy a lot of stuff from Lorak. They had the nicest stuff, and they had really cool lockets. They were locket makers. And the company that bought them out will still make this locket if you ask for it. It's not in their catalog. But if you ask for it, you happen to know about it, they'll make it for you. They'll even drill this little hole in the side here in case you want to hang it. These are unplated. I did not get them plated because what my guy does is he takes them all apart to plate them, and then he doesn't put them back together. So they come back in here, and I have to pay for his expensive plating, and then I got to put it back together too. And I'm like, eh. So I got them in raw brass because there are a lot of things we could do with raw brass. We could patina it. I went through a lot of colorists to find out, what might be best. And you're not going to believe this, but nail polish. Because this is a smooth surface. There's no tooth to it at all. And it's hard to get a paint to stick on it once it slide off, but nail polish won't. So what you do is you degrease it really well, and you can use nail polish. So there you go. I mean, that was another thing. I was like, nah, I used to nail polish, it just chips off. Well, they have the kind now that is really good and doesn't chip. So buy that, right? Yeah. These are very nice. I know Lisa used to work with them sometime. I've got quite a few. I bought a lot because they required a higher minimum order because it's not in their catalog. They had to go find the tooling, find out if it still worked, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they made them for me, and we still have a lot of them, and they are not expensive either. So you could use them in raw glass. What you could do is take your sunshine cloth and polish them up to a high shine, and then spray them with Krylon matte, let them dry, and now they're sealed. They're going to stay like that. Or if you want color on them, degrease them. Well, you should degrease them anyway. And then apply nail polish. That's what I found worked best. So there you go. There you go on that one. Is there anything else in here? Not really. Oh, I found out we had a bunch of these. And we don't have a lot in black anymore. These are 1928, and they're the little rose drops. This would be so pretty it'd be so pretty if you painted, just tinted it a little bit like pink or red, whatever.
Even purple.
Yeah.
Or yellow.
Some of these used to have a mark on the back. I don't know if this is not. No. Some of these, the ones I bought initially had a little pad that said 1928, which was kind of cool because they didn't sign their stuff. But anyway, yeah, I do have a lot of these left, and there won't be any more, so keep that in mind. They're MB08670. Okay? And we've got that big sale on right now, so that'll help you to buy them. Okay, what else did I throw down in here? That's pretty much it for now. We're running out of time anyway. I'm so sorry that we had that little issue, but at least it looks like it worked. Hey, Andrea. Anyway, what was I saying? I said, hey, Andrea. Okay, so we went through a lot of things, but I think the main thing, at least that I took away from this, was how you could coordinate those bead lots and get so much more out of them. Because a lot of them kind of mix and match, and those 3 fall ones are perfect. You can make all kinds of stuff. And then that semi-precious mix, I think it's only $13.95, and you can get 15% off of that with no minimum order if you want. Or you get 25% off if you go up over 100. So, hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, we all do, honey. Just love that. This one, if I remember correctly, this is from, they had a collection that was called Avonlea. It looked like Avonlea. I'm not sure where the name came from, but they...
Probably Anne of Avonlea.
We had a lot. We had this little drop all by itself. We had it as a connector. We had a big filigree, crosshatch filigree panel. Man, I wish I had some of those. That had it on it. I mean, they were wonderful. Just wonderful. The only thing I could think is maybe someday he'll take Penny and say, oh, Brenda, I'll sell them to you for the old price or whatever. But even still, when I consider how much brass I can get for what I have to pay for 1928, I have to wonder. We let our brass lines go so bad because we thought this would be better, and everybody was intrigued with it. But then, I can only add just so many styles because I go out there. I mean, I went out there again and again and sat for days looking at their boards, and just a lot of the stuff was really cool, but it just didn't lend itself to being a jewelry component. It had too many channels in the back, or hole here, is not supposed to have it there if I'm going to use it for a jewelry component. For what they use it for, it worked. It just, I got the best of the best. And the only thing I could do then would be have him make me something, which he did in the beginning. But, it kind of...
Don't mind me. Keep talking.
It kind of ran its course, I guess you'd say. As some things do. But brass stampings are here to stay. And once in a bit they do make something new, or they discover an old die and they bring them back. Well, you want to do pearl with that?
Yeah, I was just seeing. Just so there was something on the screen, too.
I think gold plate's better.
You like the gold better?
Yeah, gold plate would be better. Here, let's see.
I'm just playing while you talk.
Well,
so they're seeing something other than white.
It's fun, it's yes, and I'm the one that told you about that. Don't leave dead airspace. So anyway, that's what I thought. She lost one of her 1920 gold Y connectors with the rose for the bracelet project. Aw, I'm sorry. Because I can't get any more. We don't have them. He would, if I would say, hey, Mel, I want 150 of them, he'd make them for me. And they would cost more. That piece is small, so it wouldn't be that bad. But the problem is the plating. It's got to go all the way to my plater in the East Coast. Get plated, come back to me. And, UPS is just going up, 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 and it adds to the price. And then, even so, if I bought 150 of those, they would not weigh enough for a batch. Because I have to have 3 pounds. That won't make 3 pounds. So I have to buy this, and the other thing. And until I got done buying those, a lot of people would be happy, but at the new price, I don't know if they would be. And I can't do a lot about that because I'm virtually not making anything on them. So, when I buy brass stampings, if I spend, $4,000 or $5,000, I get something for it. When I buy 1928 product with the new prices, I get a little box like this. It's just doesn't work out anymore. So sad. I wish if I find, you won't find them elsewhere unless somebody's destashing, which they really should not be destashing stuff like this. You don't destash your rare stuff. Anyway, but if I find one, Andrea, here in my stuff at some point, which you never know, I will remember you. Okay? I'll remember you.
Hi, Gloria.
Okay, so somebody likes your nails.
Yeah, Andrea, they actually need redone. I have a schedule to get them redone
I'm always
next week.
on Lauren all the time for get nails good.
I actually got acrylic. I got professionally done this past time. So they're going to be getting filled in. So don't mind the grown out look. But.
So anyway, I have these things. I don't know what else I have. I think
these are really nice for winter.
Cool. Oh, yeah. These little pearly deals, they're flatbacks. They're little roses. Can they see them? Can you?
Yeah, put them up in your hand and then I'll zoom in.
We have so many pretty,
they have like this pearlized...
pretty pearly little things. How pretty those are. And this stuff is not expensive, guys.
They'd be great for like winter bridal jewelry.
Just
hair jewelry even.
Yeah,
putting on a little comb.
Or you could just make little earrings out of them. They're flat
little
on
stud
the back.
backs. Yeah. If you don't have pierced
little
ears
girls or
something,
they'd probably like that, So there's an idea too. So, anyways, we got those two. Yeah.
Oh, Melissa says she made a lot of earrings with those. That she painted them red.
Good. That sounds great. See, there's Melissa telling you, yeah, it works. Thank you, Melissa. Sweet Melissa. That goes through my head all the time, that Allman Brothers song. Yeah, it shows how old I am, too. Anyway, now that song's not that old, I guess. I always like
this is our gingerbread brass. Which this works really nicely with those bead mixes as well.
Yeah. For sure. Let's see, I have that. I have to tell you just a little musical tidbit. I have to laugh. There's a interview that goes around the circuit sometimes. It's Dan Rather with Greg Allman. And it's a good interview. And I've seen it like 4 or 5 times. And he talks about how he got the name for that song, Sweet Melissa. He was writing it because he wrote the song. He had everything, but that little part, da-da-da-da, he didn't know what to put there. So he goes into a grocery store to buy some stuff, and there's this little girl running around like crazy, and her mom's trying to get hold of her to get her to stop and behave, and she kept going, Melissa, sweet Melissa, stop. Please, sweet Melissa, stop. And he goes, sweet Melissa. That's how I got. Anyway, don't ask me why I remember this stuff. The important stuff I
Barry
can't.
I love Barry Manilow. I saw him in concert.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, isn't Barry? I remember that.
When I was 8.
Mandy, there's Mandy.
I love Mandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably the only 18-year-old there at that concert. It was for my Nancy and Pete.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle,
For
who she knows.
Yes, I do.
And
Pete married Jordan Lawrence.
Yes, he gave her a wedding talk. Mm-hmm. But that was their graduation gift to me.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
I about flipped out.
I stood in line
back
in the 70s.
I even made a t-shirt and everything.
Late 70s. I stood in line for a long time to get a Barry Manilow ticket. And when I got to the window, they
were sold out. Oh. It was good.
And back then you could get one for $15.
But seriously, I'm an odd duck. What 18-year-old would be flipping out to have a Barry Manilow ticket for a graduation gift?
You did.
I did.
Anyway, so I think we got all that. I've been watching a lot of John Mayer interviews lately.
Oh, I never liked John Mayer.
Well, he's an idiot in a lot of ways, but you cannot deny the talent. And there are some songs.
He's just not my style.
Just hits it on the head, So anyway, I've been watching because there's like so much stuff on him on YouTube. It's nuts, and you can watch like complete concerts from all time. I watched an interview of him from 2002 when he was a kid. It's like that's when I first saw him. Jordan and me and John and Shelley went to Star Lake up by Pittsburgh, and we saw him back then. Now he's like 45. How about that? Oh, time flies. What, do you have something else you wanted to show him before we go?
No, I thought you had one other gingerbread piece I was going to show it because they were like in the gingerbread.
I don't know if I pulled one out or not. Oh, yeah. No, that's not.
I thought you had.
Maybe this one. Okay. Everybody's seen this a bazillion times, but this is such a great piece.
It's a great piece to colorize.
Especially for distressing. This one. It's GBR 9526. Yeah, lady face.
Yeah. For our brooch people.
This makes the greatest centerpiece for a statement necklace. I've made so many of them. Every last one of them sold. Really good. So you might want to try one if you haven't. And when you distress this and put a little color on it, this is going to just pop. You're going to say, I can't believe I did that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Lauren wanted me to show you too. I don't know why I grabbed these, but I did. It's kind of hard if you want to make something out of the lady face, the resin, but we need a new. This is all scratched up.
It reminds me of my great-grandmother because she had a brooch that had.
Do you know what
I think Mom has it now.
I think I have it.
Do you have it?
I think I have it now.
Do you?
Yeah, and it was when I made. Yeah, I made tons of these back then. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
I know where it is. Anyway, this.
Did it have pink on it?
I don't know. We'll have to go look for
it.
Anyway, these lady faces are kind of hard to find, and when you do find them, they're not the bargain that they used to be. And they're not a huge bargain in our place either. I think they're $5.95. But if you want one and you need one, and it's going to be your focal point, you don't mind so much. But I always tell everybody, take this piece and make a mold out of it. And then you can use epoxy sculpt to make as many of them as you want. You can paint them however you want. Make them look however you want. And you'll never need to buy one of these again.
I would love to do like just little tiny flowers or something and kind of give her like awesome like little headpiece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
like
when we did brooch. The Boho, Uptown Boho class, of course I did these mega pieces. Because, that's what I do is mega pieces. And I had fun making this. But I had a laugh. And I don't mean it in a mean way. I had a laugh because when you guys in the class started coming back showing what you made all small ones. And they were darling. And they were practical to wear. This is almost so...
Look, I can't even get in this screen.
I know. This is almost... so huge you'd hang it on a wall. How big is it anyway?
Almost 8 inches.
Yeah, 7
and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the dangles. Of course, you could leave that off and just But
yeah, you could just like do that, just almost like a corsage type
I love doing stuff like this with fabric and lace and stuff, and it's just so pretty. And then in that class, I found ways to make beads out of lace and Mod Podge and little trims. So that was kind of
I like
cool.
your little tissue
and
beads.
this one was a lot of fun. Just I wrapped these up. It's just rolled paper. That's all. And then I put Mod Podge all over them, let them dry. And I must have like 5 layers of Mod Podge on this because I want it to be. It's still a little bit soft, but I want it to be kind of hard.
Yeah, it looks like it's keeping in shape.
These are such cool beads.
Yeah,
and they've got the Swarovski caps on them, the Schrag-Rorendells. I had some vintage ones. This is a Haskell pearl on here. If I made a bunch of those, I could probably sell them. People would probably buy them. I don't know if they'd pay me enough. That's the thing. But, I never know till you try. So just make a bunch of them, and then nobody buys them. Then you use them, But I love these.
And then are those the Montees that you used up on the right side near her face that we have?
Well, these are pearls.
These ones?
No, they're just flat backs.
Oh, okay.
In fact, they're acrylic, but they're vintage. Yeah. Yeah, this one, too. We had a class on scrapbook jewelry where we made beads. I'd like to do a class or a series of videos or something on just all these funky, artsy beads that you can make for very little money out of stray things, and maybe
be a good video
put some,
too.
Yeah, and put maybe some, little mosaic mix there, or some little rhinestone accents. I mean, it makes them look expensive, actually. You could even do something like this, like just use scrap paper, do the Mod Podge and let it sit up and get hard. And then once you did, you could put a thin layer of epoxy sculpt over this and make a mosaic bead, too, if you wanted to. I mean, there's just so many ways you can go with it. So anyway, so that's what I did with mine. See, you can't even get her in here.
I know. She's to the right. Yeah. There we go.
There she is.
There she is.
She doesn't even have pin back on her yet. Because I think she's going to end up hanging on the wall. That's what I think. She's just kind of too big.
You should put her by your mirror in your bedroom.
Yeah, maybe. So I have to jump hanging on her. Yeah, I got to straighten some stuff out right here. Anyway, so this is pretty much what I brought back here. So I thank y'all for coming. Thanks for putting up with a weird, in and out, ships that pass in the night.
I was already thinking in my head. I was trying to behave.
Smile when we say we're all right. We're still here. It's just that we're out of sight. Why do I remember that? Anyway, okay.
My favorite are Mandy and Weekend in New England.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Before we start our own musical,
we get into this a lot. I've noticed. We'll say, "Hey, this and that."
Before we get way off topic.
Yeah.
Right.
We do.
So.
But anyways, so that's all I know about that for this week. We'll come back with something else fantastic next week, I'm sure. But we really wanted to bring out to you the hidden treasures that are bsuboutiques.com and are not on Etsy, and probably won't be. I think maybe those lockets were, the heart lockets. Not much though here.
No.
I'm thinking seriously. I don't have my mind made up, but I'm thinking seriously. When my contract is up for Volusion, I may just shut it down and make an Etsy megastore. I might, because it just seems easier in a lot of ways, but that's kind of hard to do because, once you have your own domain, which of course you can switch to Etsy, but if your own domain, you have your own spot, your own real estate there on the internet, and nobody's telling you what to do either. Like the other day, they took down a listing that I had that was Russian gold plate, and they kicked it out because it said Russian gold plate. Brass Gypsy Style Russian Gold Plated Earring Drops or something like that was the title. And I kicked it out. The guy explained to me it was against SE rules because you can't sell anything made in Russia or something, or gold from Russia, or set with diamonds from Russia, or this or that, the other. And I wrote him back, and I was very polite because you don't want to, be anything but. And I says, this is a matter of semantics. If you look at that title, it probably got kicked out by your computer because it says brass right in the beginning. Brass is not gold. Russian gold plated refers to the finish on top of it, which is done in Rhode Island. So, I explained to him, I don't care. I says, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a search on my Etsy, and I'm going to find everything that says Russian gold plate, and I'm going to change it to satin gold or something like that, and you won't have a problem with that, and we'll be done with this. I don't need to put that on there. But I says, it is an authentic name. I developed that finish with my
but it's not because
plater
it's coming
years ago.
from
It has
Russia.
nothing to do with it. But, you just have to do things sometimes. Like, if you have pearls, you're supposed to say, well, at eBay they make you say it. I don't think they do it at Etsy. Simulated imitation pearls. You're not allowed to use the word faux, F-A-U-X. Not allowed to use that. Says it's against rules in the United States or something. So if you do that at eBay, they'll just yank it right now. So, you just have to learn this stuff and go with the flow, I guess. Whatever. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Laura, for coming. Debbie, Dara, Lisa, all the Vince who showed up. Sorry for the glitch. I don't know what caused it, but
actually,
it's hopefully gone.
Let me show you really, really quick, Laurel.
Oh, what's she going to show?
She's talking about how it'd be good in summer with shell beads.
Oh, yeah.
We have these. I don't know if you've seen them. She had pulled these to show. These pearlized, drilled
they're
shell
acrylic pearlized little
charms,
drops.
I should say. Drops,
Oh, let me pull these down a bit.
Not beads, but
they're really pretty. You could
really are.
put a little pearl in there, a little sparkler or whatever, put them on a charm bracelet. They really kick it up a notch, like Emerald says. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get a whole bag of them.
Yeah, you get a whole bag.
You get like 10 or 12 in a bag.
I think 12 maybe. Anyways. Well, guys, I got to clean this mess up, and I got a bunch of other things I got to do. I'm going through all my stuff to see what I've got to do, my Haskell stuff, because I only have like 2-3 weeks to do it, and it has to go in. So I don't want to miss that opportunity by being, short on time. That would not be good. So I think that would be good all across the board. It might help us out. So anyway, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for putting up with the issue. Thanks for putting up with me. And Lauren.
Straightened out.
And we'll catch you next time, like they say on the flip phone.